good. Yeah.
Can you spare some money, please?
Oh, yes, of course. Look, here's $10. Go and get yourself a good hot meal.
Thanks a million. I haven't eaten since yesterday. Have a nice day.
You too, you're welcome.
Emma, you shouldn't give to beggars, especially like that. It's only encouraging her.
Oh, come on. It's my money and I'll do as I please. She needed the help and I have more than enough money to get by. Anyway, you're very well off. Surely you give money to charity.
Actually, I don't give to charity. I don't think I'm that wealthy, that well off. Many of my neighbors are richer than me.
Yeah, well, obviously there will always be someone richer, but we should be really helping out those who aren't as fortunate as us.
But you earn so little. How could you manage to spare some money to the homeless?
Well, I always give something. How could I not? I have a roof over my head, I have clean water, enough to eat, I can see a doctor whenever I need to, I can read, write, vote, walk about freely, I have a job, I live in safety. There are people who have none of these things. I feel I should give something back to society. And I can't understand people who don't help those living in extreme poverty.
But the reason why most of the beggars and the homeless we see in the street can get by is because they spend the money the government gives out on alcohol and drugs. They got plenty of handouts. And if they're homeless, it's because they want to be.
Oh, really? That's not always the case. And anyway, we can't just give up on them and abandon them.
If you give them money, you are just encouraging them to be lazy. They should go and get a job like the rest of us.
Look, I have a friend who fell really ill. She lost her job and she couldn't pay back her home loan. So the bank seized her house and now she's staying on my sofa. I don't know if she will ever get over the humiliation of being made homeless like that. We must help people who can't help themselves.
Actually, I paid thousands of tax last year and get nothing back for it. So no, I don't feel very generous when it comes to giving away my money. Anyway, there are lots of rich people who give generously to associations and needy causes.
Yeah. It's true that there are a few high earners who are extremely generous and give millions to charity, like Bill Gates, for example. But they are exceptions, and it's generally the poorer people who are the most generous.
I guess that's why they say that charity begins at home. So, about contributing to society, Samira, we did the conversation, and the two parties actually have different views about this. And also, I believe that some of our viewers, our students, will be interested in, whether they can do something to do this. How do you think?
Yeah, that's a good point. Now, I think all of our students, you're all nice and young and full of energy, and it would be great to give something back to society starting now. You don't have to wait until you're old and rich. Don't think that only rich people can do something to help other people, right? we all need to be doing something. If everyone helps other people and does something to help, then we'll be living in a great place. So I was thinking of the different ways that our students can perhaps help their local community. For example, some of my students, I know, they volunteered at the Old People's Home. In Ufong, there's a place where people can go if they can't stay with their family, and they tend to get very lonely there. It's quite a sad place for them, for some people, and they want to see young people. So maybe our students could go and perhaps once a week or twice a week, just for an hour or two, go and talk to people.
Yes, I think it's a good way that students can really do something to help the community surrounded us, and also even on campus. I think some of our students, we did have a student club who organize things to help the stray dogs on campus. So they actually help to train these stray dogs and make them not so scary, because we really get some students who are afraid of dogs. But with the training offered by this club, I think this dog knows how to behave and how to interact with the student on campus. And by this way, we can offer them a shelter and enough food for these stray animals, so they won't be hungry and poor in the streets then.
What a great idea. There's another great thing happening at Asia University. There's an honesty shop. It's in M Building, next to the bank machine, not far from 7-Eleven. And this is an important place because if you have any old clothes or old books or anything that you don't want, don't throw it away. Don't just keep it in your room if you're not using it. Let someone use it. You can take it to the honesty shop, and then people who need things and maybe don't have enough money to buy a new one, or maybe they want to be environmentally responsible. Maybe they don't want to go and buy new stuff all the time because that means the factories are polluting more and we're using plastic and so on. So recycling like this is a great system. All of your old books, any of your old things you don't want, take them to the honesty shop so that they're going back into society again.
Actually, I think there are two different ways for Asia University students or even their parents or even staff to donate their books. We do get a program in a library which where you can exchange for the books you want. And there are some bookcases or bookshelves on campus. There's even one at the bus station. There's also, you can put some books you no longer need and just put it there, maybe, right? Somebody who really wants to read that book can find that book and bring that back home and read it. And I think it's also a very good way that we can really help.
Great. And another way is, very often I see our students going to the restaurants and getting takeout. They take it home. Now, if you take it home, it's coming in a plastic container or a paper container, in a plastic bag, using the disposable chopsticks, and then you throw all of that away. So there are two other possibilities, because we shouldn't be causing all of this litter, all of this garbage in the world. So either you eat in the restaurant and you use their plates and so on, which will be washed up, environmentally friendly, or take your own to the restaurant and ask them to put it in your own container and use your own chopsticks every time. And also for drinks, when you want to get a cup of tea or a cup of coffee, instead of taking that disposable container, they can fill your thermos flask or your water bottle for you instead.
So we are talking about something about sustainability. And also I think we should look at our life differently. So there are different trends we can lead our lives. So when we're talking about food, maybe we should not think about fast food, but there's another trend about slow food. Just slow down and enjoy the locally grown products and vegetables and fruits. And by this way, we can save lots of energy, so something they use to transport this food from distant to this area. And probably we didn't pay attention to it, but actually we need to import this French fries from the US and other things. So we are talking about fast food, but actually we spend lots of money and energy and resources just to transport or import these foods from other countries. So I think that's the purpose of slow food. So we can really slow down and enjoy these locally grown vegetables and fruits and enjoy our meal. Yeah,
right, absolutely. And not just for food. So we say always try to eat local, as you said, nothing imported, but also buy local. So if you need to buy something, then try to buy something that's made in Taiwan. And if it's made really locally here near Ufeng or Taichung, that's even better, because then there hasn't been all of these transport costs and wasted fuel and so on. Of course, and then you are sustaining the local economy, encouraging people to start businesses and to stay in the local area, and that's what we want to do. So always try to eat local and buy local.
And so for some of our students, they probably say, okay, it's lunchtime or it's dinner time. So they just get out of their apartment or maybe go on their, maybe most times, motorcycles and ride to a place and buy something to eat. And probably they didn't notice, but it actually consumes lots of energy and resources by leading a lifestyle like that. So of course there are better ways, for them to use. They can use public transportation and do other stuff.
Absolutely, use the bus, or even better perhaps, a bicycle or walk, right? Something that's going to keep you fit. But using public transport, using the bus, it's a great way to meet people. Sometimes you can meet some very interesting people that way, and you aren't creating extra pollution.
I think that's the case.
Yeah.
And also, I think most of our students are generous in a way or another. So if there's any kinds of natural disaster, actually our school will have some events or activities that we put out to a charity. We just collect money and donate to that to people in need.
Great. You can always get involved in charities. You could find some local charities here in Taiwan or maybe in Taichung. You'll find them on the internet. See what they do. Go to one of their meetings. Meet people. Find out how you can get involved. Find out how you can share their message. Or you can also join an international charity. Of course, you'll find those on the internet. Find a project that they're doing that you're interested in and see how you can get involved. So maybe it will be simply financial involvement where they want you to raise some money, and you can do that. You can do some kind of a fun run or organize a meal or a party with friends to raise some money for the charity. But sometimes there are other ways you can get involved. And sometimes international charities, they want to make it more local as well. So maybe there's a project you could do in your hometown.
I believe there are some projects that always collaborate international sources with local people. So actually, even it's an international organization, they probably have some project that we can donate, like 50 New Taiwan dollars or 100 New Taiwan dollars each month, but to those children who don't have enough money to spend on their education. We actually support them to go to school, to have proper meals, to buy the stationery, to buy the textbooks, to do lots of things. I think that's a really good way to help the people in need.
Okay, so I hope we've given you lots of ideas of things that you can do. Don't expect other people to do stuff and make this world a better place, okay? We're all responsible for that, and you need to get up and start doing things too.
So that's our discussions on contributing to society. We hope you enjoy the unit. So we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.
See you.
Contributing to society, vocabulary. Assume, verb.
认为动词 supposed to be the case without proof.
I assume he won't come to the party. He hates crowds and noise. Contribute, verb.
捐助动词 to play a part in bringing about a result.
Many players have contributed to the team's success. Responsible, adjective.
有责任的形容词 able to be trusted to do what is right or to do the things that are expected or required.
She is a very responsible worker. Community, noun.
社区社群名词 a group of people who live in the same area, such as a city, a town, or a neighborhood.
The festival was a great way for the local community to get together. Attitude, noun.
态度名词 a way of thinking and behaving that people regard as unfriendly or rude.
I suggest you get rid of that attitude and shape up. Strict, adjective.
严格的形容词 a command or rule that must be obeyed.
Her parents aren't very strict. She can stay out until midnight. Disposable, adjective.
免洗的形容词 made to be thrown away after one use or several uses.
Disposable diapers are a great invention for mothers, but terrible for the environment. Vintage, adjective.
复古的形容词 not new but what is valued because of its good condition and attractive design.
The designer's bracelets have the vintage look of jewellery from the 1920s. Soft copy, noun.
指的是电子版名词 computer version, not a paper printout. Information stored or displayed on a computer.
To save paper and ink, we only use soft copies of files and photos. Sustain, verb.
支持动词 to support, provide what is needed.
Hope sustained us during that difficult time. At stake.
这是一个片语，指的是在危险中 in jeopardy, at risk of being lost.
There's a lot of money at stake in these negotiations. Service, noun.
指的是服务、修护名词 to do the work that is needed to keep a machine or vehicle in good condition.
I need to get my car serviced. It's making a funny noise. Lifespan, noun.
一生名词 the amount of time that a person or an object lives or lasts.
Exercise increases the human lifespan. Carpool, verb.
指的是共乘动词 when several people travel together in one vehicle.
To save money and petrol, we decided to carpool to work every day. Short of, adjective.
指的是缺乏、不足形容词 lacking, not having enough of something.
Could you lend me £5? I'm short of change right now. Struggle, verb.
指的是费力、努力动词 to try very hard to do something that is difficult or that causes problems, or to move with difficulty or with great effort.
She struggled to lift the package by herself, but it was too heavy. Charity, noun.
慈善机构，名词。An organization that helps people in need who are poor or sick.
The dinner was held to raise funds for a local charity that gives books to children. Ethical, adjective.
指的是伦理的、道德的形容词。Following accepted rules of behavior, or meaning morally right and good.
Ethical behavior is expected of every member of the police force. Trade-off, noun.
协调名词。Something that you do not want but must accept in order to have something that you want.
An example of a trade-off is when you have to put up with an hour, half-hour commute in order to make more money. Philanthropic, adjective.
指的呢是慈善的形容词 which means dispensing aid for humanitarian purposes.
A philanthropic society that helps the homeless. Vocabulary quiz. Question 1.
How can you and your friends best blah blah to society? A. Carpool. B. Assume. C. Contribute. D. Sustain.
Question 2. You won't believe how much Ed has paid for this pair of Levi's jeans.
A. Ethical. B. Philanthropic. C. Vintage. D. Responsible. So please pick the best answer. So here are our vocabulary quizzes for this unit. See you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.